How can a woman not know she's pregnant?
I noticed nothing different about my body. I had regular periods. I didn't get big. As I was driving, my vision became completely blurry. I went into seizure, hit the tree.
Mr. Jane Doe.
This is the true story of a woman who delivered a baby without ever knowing she was pregnant.
Oh my God.
At age 17, Lynn was enjoying her last year of secondary school.
I was a typical high school student, having fun, going out, hanging out with friends.
She spent lots of time with her friend Serenia.
We were really close friends. Either she was at my house or we were on the phone.
My mom always called me a social butterfly.
Lynn's rebellious behavior could be a challenge for her mother, who worked as a part-time nurse.
She lost her dad when she was 14, and when she lost her dad, she changed.
Hey, you guys going out?
Yeah.
What time are you gonna be back?
Her dad always was very doting on her, and when her dad died, she was looking for love in all the wrong places.
Guys, be careful.
Oh, we always are. Bye, Mom.
Bye, honey.
In the winter of 2003, Lynn was working to earn some extra money.
I worked as a banquet server. I served proms, weddings, constantly going, never stopped. I felt tired, but I ignored it because I was making quite a bit.
How was work? So annoying.
She just started acting cranky,
Mom, leave me alone.
and she said, I'm just stressed from work, and so.
I just need more sleep, but I wouldn't stop partying.
Mom, I'm sorry. I just feel like going out tonight.
On the nights that I did have off, I wouldn't sleep because I was out.
This
I
is my
need you to
choice.
start acting like an adult.
It was kind of hard for me to rein her in.
Don't worry.
Then, after her 18th birthday in May 2004, Lynn began to put on a little weight.
No way. God, I can't believe this.
I noticed I gained about 5 or 6 pounds in a matter of 3 months. I felt chunkier. It made me very self-conscious.
Also, Lynn's period began to fluctuate.
My menstrual periods have always been 3 days, and they moved to 2. They were a little shorter, but normal to me.
3 weeks later, she complained about swollen feet.
My feet hurt so bad that I'd never felt anything like that in my life.
Seriously, it's these shoes, I think. Let me
I
see.
was constantly wearing those cheap serving shoes, and I figured, well, I need to get some new shoes.
Yes, well, can we just buy new shoes? Like,
I mean, I'm a nurse, many years. I actually took her blood pressure. Blood pressure's 140 something over, what, 80, 90? I said, look, this is ridiculous, your age. Either you're going into congestive heart failure or something's going on with you, Lynn.
This is not good.
Mom, I'll be fine.
She would say, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to go to the doctor with you.
Is that your breakfast?
Lynn's mother was concerned about her daughter's mounting health problems, so they started a new diet.
I said, you need to start eating more fruits and vegetables.
I went to eating only salads, grilled chicken, brown rice. I couldn't take it off. Really scared me. I thought, wow, I said, what's wrong with me?
By the end of June, Lynn's ailments were stacking up.
I had heartburn. I remember it being so bad that I was crying. It felt like lava pouring down my throat.
Just days later, Lynn's mother was traveling out of town for the 4th of July weekend, leaving Lynn alone at home.
And if you're not feeling better by the time I get back, we're going to the doctor.
I said, this is it. I'm done. Either you're going to learn to calm down, or I'm going to drag you to a doctor.
I was like, I'm fine. She's crazy.
But the next morning, Lynn woke up ill.
I was very lightheaded. I was nauseated, almost like I was in a different world. So I just thought, I'll sleep it off. I'll be okay. As the day progressed, it got worse. I called my mom.
Hey, honey.
Mom, I'm really not feeling well today. I just need you to tell me what to do, please.
She said, Lynn, I told you need to take care of yourself.
You could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And I can't beat her over the head and say, you're going to the doctor's with me. You know, because she wouldn't go.
Okay, calm down. This is what I want you to do. I need you to go into the bathroom.
My mom told me to take an anti-inflammatory because I was aching.
All right, Mom, I found it. I need you to take 2 of those, okay? Drink it with some water.
Yeah, I will.
And then go back to bed and rest for a little while.
Okay, Mom, I'm gonna take it and,
Call me in a few hours and let me know that you're okay.
yeah, I will. I'll just, okay.
It usually takes half an hour for the medicine to kick in, so I was like, okay, let me just see if I feel better. I got a phone call from a friend. Since it was 4th of July weekend, everyone's kind of like throwing parties and having fun, and they said, come on out, you know, we're gonna go out, you know, to a party.
No, I don't think so.
So I was like, I'm really not feeling too good. And they were like, oh, come on, you know, let's go, you'll feel better.
Okay, see you soon.
So I was like, all right, going out was more important to me than my own health. When I got to the party, I sat on the porch. I felt an overwhelming sense of nausea. My head was pounding. About an hour into it, I started feeling even worse. Just almost like the life was going out of me. I felt so weak.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
You can't go.
Sorry,
You know, don't go, stay. And I was like, no, I need to go home and sleep.
At 11 o'clock that night, Lynn began the short drive back to her house.
And as I was driving, this horrendous headache got gradually stronger. The headache was so intense that literally I felt like my head was pounding. I actually got chills through my body. I was so scared that there was something really wrong. I didn't want to know if I was dying. There were a lot of other cars on the road, so I was up on the steering wheel trying to focus as much as I could. I was very afraid that I was going to hit another car. I considered pulling over, but I thought, I've got just another 5 miles. Next thing I know, my vision became completely blurry. I couldn't see a thing. I was losing control of my own body. I just remember just sitting there. I heard loud noise, but I don't think my brain registered that it was an ambulance siren. I was so out of it, I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what was going on.
Ma'am, we're with the fire department. We're here to help you. Can you hear me?
I remember looking over and seeing the silhouette of an EMT saying, "Are you okay?" And I just remember going, I don't know. Couldn't keep my eyes open, just kind of fading. I was convulsing, and the EMT recognized that as seizure.
We're gonna go ahead and be transported.
The ambulance crew notified a hospital where Dr. Jeffrey Puret was on call.
During a seizure, it's just like having a respiratory arrest where they stop breathing. And they were quite concerned about her.
Let me know as soon as she gets here.
You got it?
Although Lynn didn't appear to have any broken bones from the car accident, the paramedics did make an alarming discovery.
Her abdomen's distended.
You think she's bleeding out?
I don't think so. Ma'am, are you pregnant?
No.
Lynn was airlifted to the hospital in critical condition, where Dr. Puretz immediately performed an ultrasound.
Holy smoke. She's at 28 to 32 weeks.
Lynn wasn't just having seizures, she was carrying a baby.
She was about 7 or 8 months pregnant, and putting the pregnancy and the seizure together, the initial thought would be eclampsia.
Give her 6 grams magnesium sulfate.
Eclampsia is a life-threatening complication of pregnancy that causes blood pressure to skyrocket, and no one knows what causes it.
Do we have that BP yet?
Yes, Doc. It's 197, 142.
Normally, we see women during pregnancy, their blood pressures might be in the 110s to 120s, and hers was well beyond that range.
6 grams magnesium sulfate,
Doctor,
IV.
doctor.
We need to intubate her. I need an 8mm tube.
She needed to have the baby as soon as possible and have her blood pressure controlled.
By getting the baby out, you could, 1, resolve her eclampsia, and 2, get the baby into a safer environment than a uterus that was undergoing seizures.
To save both of their lives, doctors would have to perform an emergency C-section.
The doctors were worried that if they did not get out the baby, that we both would have died.
Did we reach the family yet?
It's a negative, doc. She's a Jane Doe.
She didn't have any identification. We didn't even know who she was.
When I left the house that evening to go out to the party, I had forgotten my wallet on the dresser.
Come on, Lynn, where are you?
Lynn's mother was out of town and had no clue that her daughter was in serious trouble.
I called her to find out how everything was going. That's when I didn't hear from her. It was totally not normal.
Not even Lynn's friends could track her down.
Open up, Lynn!
I didn't hear from Lynn that night, and it wasn't like her to not call me back. I went by her house, and there was nobody there.
Lynn?
That's really when it hit me, something bad had to happen.
We could not contact anybody, a guardian, a parent, a family member.
Lynn's life was on the line, and Dr. Puret had to use his best judgment before things got worse.
It is a tough decision. I was more or less her guardian, looking out for her best interests.
The doctor had to make the decision to go ahead and take me into the emergency C-section.
Let's do it.
In her condition, we really didn't have an opportunity to wait much longer.
It was the only chance. It was either now or never. He needed to act or we were gonna die.
We brought her straight up to labor and delivery, and I was very concerned because at that point, it was a life or death situation.
"18-year-old Lynn was admitted to the hospital as an unconscious Jane Doe. Doctors would have to perform an emergency C-section without consent to save her from the life-threatening condition of eclampsia.
We need to intubate her.
And Lynn didn't even know she was pregnant.
Scalpel.
The doctor went in not knowing what he was gonna find.
I need some suction here, please.
The scariest thing for me was the unknown and not knowing the baby's condition. There could be issues with the baby surviving on its own.
I have the head. And we have a baby.
Lynn gave birth to a little girl after 32 weeks of pregnancy.
Thank God we delivered a healthy baby, 5 pounds, 15 ounces. It was a great relief. It was a very special moment. At least one of the 2 patients was doing very well.
My blood pressure would not stop spiking.
What's her mag drip currently at?
2 grams.
My blood pressure was so high, they thought I could go into cardiac arrest.
The cart.
Ultimately, that would kill me.
It's dropped.
She's dropped.
I was concerned for her. Obviously, she was alone. She wasn't able to even comprehend what was happening to her. She did have a significant chance of dying.
Out of town for the 4th of July weekend, Lynn's mum hadn't heard from her daughter in 2 days.
I mean, this is really getting to me now. I'm going, oh my gosh, wait, where's my daughter? I don't know where she is. I went to bed worrying about the worst. Her life was flashing before my eyes. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? It was terrible. I was in that twilight zone kind of place where you're not in control and you don't know what's happening and you feel like you're living in a nightmare. Mothers want to know where their babies are, even when they're 18.
On the 6th of July, Lynn finally regained consciousness.
Next thing I remember, I woke up with a tube down my throat, bandaged all over my stomach, and I was like, where am I? I was scared. I didn't know what was going on.
You're in the hospital?
The nurses began to ask me, what's your name? You know, where are you from?
You're okay. Your baby is perfectly fine.
The nurses said, don't worry, your daughter's healthy and beautiful. I immediately was thinking, I don't have a daughter, but I couldn't speak because the tube was in my throat.
I'm gonna unhook you so you can talk. Just relax. It's right out. Here we go.
I wasn't pregnant.
What are you talking about?
You have the wrong room.
Your baby's right outside.
No.
And she's like, what are you talking about? Your daughter is right here. And then they wheeled her in. They checked my bracelet and they checked her little foot and they were like, no, this is yours.
There's your baby.
Oh my God.
She's definitely yours. You didn't know you were pregnant?
No.
And they explained everything that happened. And then I immediately became petrified.
Do you want to hold her?
No.
I was so scared that if I would have held her, I probably would have like shook to death. I was feeling a rush of emotions I can't even explain. All of a sudden, I was a mom. It's like someone rings your doorbell and leaves it there. I didn't know what to think. I panicked. I flipped. I was like, that's not my child. Do I have to put her up for adoption? I can't keep her. I'm too young. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna raise this child when I can't even take care of myself? I was like, you guys cannot do this to me. This is not mine. It's not my child. I said, I need to speak with my mother immediately.
Hello?
I get a call on my cell phone. Well, where is she? Well, she had a car accident, and she's in the ICU unit. I went, what? I got on that plane into that airport as soon as I could.
I was freaking out. I was scared. I pretty much ultimately fought with myself. I was thinking about adoption, but I felt like, how could I live with myself if I shipped this baby off with somebody I didn't even know? She's your child. What are you thinking this for? And then, well, how can you? You're too young. I was sitting in the hospital room, and after that hour of fighting with myself emotionally, I just completely fell in love with her. She was just gorgeous. Like a little baby doll, like this big. That was it. She was mine.
Can I hold her?
I was like, oh my God, this is mine. I'm gonna take care of her. I don't care what it takes me. I don't care.
Marie.
I kind of looked at her and she just looked like a Marie.
It's right through there.
Oh my God, come on, babe. Are you okay?
In all honesty, I didn't think she was ready for that. How's this young girl who wants to be out with her friends going to start taking responsibility for this life?
I knew that if she didn't want this child, that I would be on my own. And I needed my mom.
Oh my God.
It was a shock. It was the biggest shock I've ever had in my life.
Hi, baby.
I couldn't believe that was my grandbaby. I just was like, oh my gosh. Cutest thing, prettiest little thing. She's just melted my heart ever since.
Oh my God. Oh, honey. Oh, she is beautiful.
Lynn called me later that day. She was like, I'm a mommy. And I thought Lynn was drugged. And when I walked into the room, there's baby Marie next to Lynn. And I was like, oh my God, she had a child. And I couldn't believe it.
Looking back, Marie was likely conceived in November of 2003. So how did Lynn go 8 months without showing?
The doctors told me that I didn't get big because usually the sperm and the egg, they implant high into the uterus. Mine didn't implant high, it implanted low.
Seriously, it's these shoes, I think.
Due to the pregnancy, that's why my feet hurt. That's why I was so sick. That's why I was tired. The reason why I went into seizure was due to the fact that I had no prenatal care, that my blood pressure was not being monitored.
Normally, when a woman is pregnant and she starts showing the signs of preeclampsia, her doctor is able to recognize that, and we can therefore prevent eclampsia.
I was not taking care of myself. I was not eating right. I lived life every day like a carefree 18-year-old girl who didn't care about anything but friends and partying. I could have killed her. I could have. And I would never have forgave myself.
Luckily, Lynn and baby Marie were well enough to be released from the hospital 3 days later.
I finally had a purpose. When I didn't have a baby, I lived every day for myself. And when I had her, everything was for her. I went ahead and transferred to a school for teen parenting, brought my daughter to school with me every day, graduated.
Today, Marie is a perfectly healthy 5-year-old girl.
She is a mini-me. She looks like me. She acts like me.
I think her bond with Marie is awesome. I really do.
Marie pushed me to be a better person. I want her to know that no matter what obstacles fall in your way, you can always overcome it.